afternoon, and more of the same here as we head into the afternoon hours. Gray skies, low clouds, some of us still socked in the fog here in the valley. Fargo, we've got better visibility in town. We're looking at some good conditions as far as visibility is concerned, though there's still that moisture out there, so any areas where we're below freezing, just be prepared for running into some icy patches here in the valley. So here's a look at our visibility. We're at 4 miles in Fargo, not so bad. Up in Grand Forks, 2.5 miles, but head down the road, we're looking at 0 in Gwinner, and Carrington reporting 0 visibility, and a lot of other places in our western viewing area down to near 0, or at least less than a mile. So some dense fog there. Over to the east, not as intense for fog, but we're still looking at visibility around a mile in Fergus Falls and down toward Elbow Lake. So just a foggy, gloomy day, and all that moisture, of course, hanging around here thanks to that south wind that's been just kind of driving it in. And as it passes over that snow we have on the ground, it cools down, it condenses into those clouds, those low level clouds that we call fog once they're at the surface. And that also has led to some icy areas too, some slick spots reported in some areas. Not everybody dealing with that, but it is happening in the valley. That wind continues to move in out of the south in the southern valley. Up north, it's a little more variable, and that's where temperatures are colder. We're more into the mid-20s in places like Grand Forks, but just down the road, we're right at freezing in Crookston. In Fargo, 31, we're at 30 in Gwinner and in Oaks. So all of us either right at freezing or just below that. And as we check out our radar and satellite map, this is our visible satellite picture. So this is what we're looking at. We are looking down at some clouds here moving through the valley. You can see the movement there. And usually when we see white, that's not moving, that's snow. But today we're talking fog, just fog blanketing all of the valley. You have to head out toward Bismarck to get a glimpse of that sun here today. And expanding the view a little further, there is some moisture down in South Dakota trying to work its way into south central North Dakota, and that is may affect some of our southwestern viewers. There might be a little more freezing drizzle down in that area today. And across the country, it's kind of the calm before the storm. We're starting to see that system that we've been talking about affecting other parts of the Midwest and the plains this weekend starting to develop, and that will continue moving eastward, and we'll see that really start to ramp up for Saturday and into Sunday. So looking at our hour-by-hour planner, you could see some foggy conditions. Mostly cloudy skies here, temperatures that are into the 20s and 30s, even as we head into the later afternoon hours when we expect to see our warmest time of the day. We're just holding steady. And then heading into tonight, dipping back into some 20s for a lot of us. You can see, we were pointing out the pink and green on the radar. You can see some of that tonight between Minot and Bismarck, and there might be a few areas of that down by, again, the James River Valley. And then tomorrow morning, starting off the day into the low to some mid-20s. You could see some blues on the map in the southern end of the valley from time to time. That's the northern end of that system we were just talking about. We're going to be north of that, just really dealing with the wind once it starts to pick up for later on tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening, moving out of the northeast. And that's when we'll start to clear the fog out of here. We may even be dealing with it tomorrow morning, but once that wind starts to kick in, it starts to introduce that drier air for the day. That's when we'll start to get some clearing going on, not only with the fog, but even clearing skies heading into Saturday night and into the day on Sunday as well. So here's a look at your 7-day planner. So foggy today. We're looking at Saturday, windy conditions starting to develop, and that continues into Sunday. If you're tailgating Saturday morning, you want to bundle up, but it'll be in the 20s and not too bad, especially compared to how we started out the week. But we'll be feeling more like that as we head toward the end of our 7-day planner. We start to see those temperatures slide again next week.
All right. Thank you, Lisa. Straight ahead.